Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Action 52, and when last we left off, the battle between Daphne and the generic army raged on in Star Evil. But who's the real villain of this conflict? Is it the generic army, or is it Daphne herself? Perhaps Air Command will give us the answers to all the questions that we so desperately crave. Then again, Air Command could be an in-depth and complicated airport simulator. Not surprisingly, it's not. It's a vertical shooter, except this time we're at the top of the screen and we're taking care of opponents that are flying to the bottom of the screen to try and get in contact with us. None of the planes that we're up against have any firepower to speak of, and we're flying above the river of cosmic eternity, not as Daphne, but as Daphne Jr. As we all know, Daphne is currently in the far future fighting the generic army in outer space, and so Daphne Jr. has decided to continue doing what Daphne did in this time and do battle with the generic army. Perhaps if she can defeat them here, she can prevent Daphne from going to the future, and thus messing around with all the time travel that's been going on, and create a massive cosmic paradox. You don't want to make cosmic paradoxes, they never end well. This river goes on forever! To be fair, it is the river of cosmic eternity. It will go on forever, and be cosmic. Perhaps this is the name of Daphne Jr.'s aircraft, the Cosmic Awesomeness. Maybe. I doubt the instruction booklet gives any information as to the name of the airplane that we're controlling. And I doubt it also tells us if we need to defeat so many opponents to get to the next level, or if we just need to last for a certain period of time. I get the feeling we do have to defeat so many opponents, because we finished that level by defeating an opponent. Also, we immediately collided with somebody at the beginning of that level. Unfortunate, but we'll see if we can avoid that in the future. The smaller planes are certainly quite dangerous. We do need to avoid them more than we need to avoid the larger ones, though I imagine, as we get further through this game, all of the aircraft we're against are going to get faster. Perhaps they'll even start firing on us. What I do know is that all of these buildings beneath us appear in repeated patterns. Perhaps it's a secret code, or maybe it's just a copy-paste job with the area that we're flying over. It's more likely that. Also, we lost a life, but we also completed a level. We didn't lose a life. That's good to know. If you complete a level, oh wow, they're going really quickly now. We're going to have to be very careful with our shots. Going to have to pay attention and be very mindful of the fact that the smaller planes are really quick now. I don't want the larger planes to be that quick later on. Fortunately, with them being so quick, they're actually avoiding us quite a lot, though we accidentally clipped the wing of that one and we exploded. To be fair, that is rather accurate. If planes do collide in mid-air, it never ends well. Let's see if we can get to the next level. If we can, it will be a minor victory for Daphne Jr. Who knows, maybe we can actually win here. No, it doesn't seem like we can. But we have one more life. Maybe we can pull victory from the jaws of defeat. It really isn't likely. Really isn't likely, considering that I don't know what the hitbox on this plane is like. It's probably not that great. Oh, careful, careful. If we can duck and weave, maybe we can get to the next level. It's not that likely, but I'll try. Daphne Jr. will try her best to be victorious against the generic army. It's all she can do. Oh, careful. We want to try and get the high score after all. We want to be the undisputed champion of every game that we play here. Level 5. We have over 1,000 points. Unfortunately, this doesn't give us an extra life. So it's just going to be one more hit for game over. Careful. You really need to be careful. I imagine they're going to get even faster, but we'll never know. For game over has been achieved. The generic army have won once again, and we move on from Air Command to Shootout.
Level 1.
With the return of Billy Bob, who's practicing his shooting by shooting all of these animals that are moving along these small platforms. And some of them seem to make car noises when they're shot. I've no idea why, but they do. We have so many bullets, and so many of these animals to shoot. And we have a certain amount of time that we have to wait before we fire again. There doesn't appear to be a time limit, it's just how many shots that you have left. So if we're careful, we could get all the way to the end of this game. Another victory with Billy Bob. Also, this music is very sinister for a game that's basically a shooting gallery. We can see the bullet, so we could shoot the animals that are further up. Though we do just cycle round, I don't think there is a time limit. I don't think any of the games really have a time limit apart from the puzzle games. Let's be careful here. Billy Bob needs to get even better at shooting that bottle. It is a unique skill being able to shoot from bottles after all. This is way too sinister. We're going to wait for, there we go, for them to appear here. We could aim our shot here. Aha! A fine shot indeed. Level 2 is done. Time for level 3, Billy Bob. Let's see if this gets any more difficult, or if they just get faster. It's quite likely they're just going to get faster, isn't it? Or we might end up with less bullets. Eventually, we might have to be so accurate that we cannot miss. I won't be surprised if I see some of these animals here in other games. Let's take care of you, and you, and you. If you saw this at a carnival, you'd have a few questions to ask, like how they got really tiny animals to walk on these platforms, and also why they make car noises. We're on level 4. Oh, they are getting so much faster now. It's going to get really difficult to hit them at this speed. We just need to try and take them out when they're on the shelf closest to us. This is going to get very tricky. Perhaps they get so fast that you can't even see them at the very end. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Not doing too badly, though. As long as we just... Oh, that was a miss. We do not want to miss here. We only have so many shots after all. I wouldn't say this is a very in-depth game, though, or an especially enjoyable one. But it is functionally complete.
Level 5.
Time for level 5. And they're moving just as fast as before. And there are a lot of them to shoot. Let's see about... Well, we're not hitting the ones on the shelf closest to us, but we are hitting some. And that is progress. There we go. Take out you, and you, and you. Maybe there'll be a Billy Bob 2. I know there's not a Billy Bob 2. Also, I was very lucky to hit that one all the way at the very top. We'll take out you, and you, and you. And that was a miss. We definitely want to wait now. Patience does it. Can we get one here? No. No, we can't. We have 4 shots to take out that one. And we succeeded! Time for level 6.
Level 6.
Will they get even faster? I think they might have. It's a little difficult to tell at this point. It's really difficult to tell. But it is difficult to aim at this point with how fast they're moving. But that doesn't mean that Billy Bob won't try. I wouldn't be surprised if we had multiple lives as well, which means that we have multiple attempts to get all of them. Let's be... Yep, there we go. Careful with our aiming. As long as they're basically right in front of the bottle when we fire, we can pretty reliably hit them. There we go. We have 4 shots and 2 left to take care of. 3 shots and 1. There we go. Level complete. I do think the amount of shots that we have is going down. And that was a miss that we really can't afford. We need to be far more careful than we're being. My timing is completely out, and now it's a little bit better. Only a little bit better, though. Perhaps there might be so many that I can't afford to miss at this point. It's really difficult to tell how many there are, because it's moving so quickly. We'll just focus on hitting the ones that are right in front of us, though. There we go. And there's another one gone. And another one. We might not have well, we probably don't have enough now that I've missed. And again, we're losing our touch. We can actually move where we're aiming. Not that I really want to. I think there are more than, well, even if there were only 4, I now don't have enough shots. Maybe we can throw the bottle at them as our last-ditch effort. What happens when we lose?
Level
We just
7.
lose a life and we have to try again. Let's be more careful this time and try our best not to waste any shots, because I don't think we can anymore, though we are getting very close to the final levels here. We'll just get you there, and you. Every shot has to count now, and if we miss the ones right in front of us, we can only hope that we hit the ones further back. I still don't know how they found animals so small. Then again, they could just be little bits of paper with moving animal images on them. That would be interesting, having flick books to aim at. But I doubt they'd do that. Let's be careful. There we go. We have 10 shots left. And we need to be very careful. That was a miss. A miss I cannot afford. Let's be... Oh, we got 1. Good enough. And another 1. Good. There we go. We have 5 shots and 4 to take care of. So we can afford to miss once. And that was my miss. There we go. I have to hit both targets with both shots. It's tense. Can Billy Bob do it? Yes, Billy Bob can do it. We're moving on now
Level
to level 8, where I think they're moving even faster. They are moving really quickly. Let's try our best to conserve our shots. That was a hit of one of them. Let's be very careful. I really want to try and win this one. Careful. That hit 1. And that hit 1 as well. Need to be very exact. There we go. We got the one that was all by itself, which is important. And we'll get this one. And that one. Now we need to try and get... There we go. That one there. And that was a miss. I don't know if I can afford a miss here. I might be able to afford 1, but not 2. I think there are now too many targets. Yes, there are. So we're just going to fire here and see if we can get to the next life, because we don't have enough bullets.
level
We still have 2 attempts at this, by the way. I think it would be better if you only had 1 life. Let's be careful. There we go. And there. When there are so many of them, it's pretty much guaranteed that you'll hit something with your shot. But it's when there are the holes, that's when the challenge appears. Let's be... Oh, that was a miss. That was a miss. That wasn't a miss, though. Let's see if I can get... There we go. You. And you. I want to get the one that's all... There we go. By itself. And you. And then you. Now let's see about getting... Oh, completely missed there. Completely missed. I don't think I actually... Well, I definitely don't have enough shots now. Though it was a valiant effort. It was a valiant effort. There are way too many targets now. I've just got to waste all my bullets and then move on
level
to the final attempt. Come on, Billy Bob. Don't be defeated by this game. We can be victorious. And then people will talk for ages. Literal ages of history about Billy Bob and his awesome marksmanship. I will be surprised if I get past this level, though. That was a lucky hit there. A very lucky hit. Let's get you. And you. And you. If I do get past this level, I have 1 attempt at the final one. Also, completely missed there. Not good. Let's see if I can get you. And you. I might be able to do this. Maybe. I think I have 5 targets and 5 bullets. I cannot miss here. 2 shots and 2. Just 1 target. Aha! We're on level 9. I have 1 chance at this. Just 1. And they're moving really quickly. This does not surprise me at all. I bet I have just enough shots that I have to hit with every single one. This is going to be rather tricky, but I'm intent on trying my best. Alright, Billy Bob. Carefully does it. Every one has to count. There we go. And there we go. I think I'm getting the hang at this speed of how to aim at the ones at the very bottom. You have to shoot just before they get in line with the bullet. Also, I missed there. Remember when I said that I was just getting the hang of it? Turns out I'm not, though I might still be able to do this. I might have enough shots. I don't think I do. I think there are 8 and I have only 7 bullets. You really have to be very precise. Unfortunately, any chance that I had has just been squandered. So unfortunately, Billy Bob must concede defeat, though it was a valiant effort. Let us move on from that game, on to Bombs Away.
Level 1.
This is a very basic game. All you have to do is run to the right and avoid the bombs that are dropping from the sky. You can jump, though I don't know why you'd want to jump in this level, because all the bombs are coming from above. Unless you really want to jump into a bomb. Not a smart idea, as I imagine impact with a bomb will kill us. These bombs are able to phase through the ground, however, unless the bombs are actually far in front of us. That's not the case, though, because I do believe they appear behind, yep, they go behind the houses, but in front of the ground. That's not how perspective works. Obviously, this is the son of Ninja Steve. He's trying for the Olympics, and he's running a marathon. Unfortunately, he chose to run a marathon in a place where they were dropping loads of bombs. It's not the best place to practice running a marathon. The first level's music was a lot more appropriate, though, because it was quite sinister. This really isn't that appropriate for the fact that we're running away from bombs. That said, Ninja Steve's son, also called Steve, Steve Jr., is really good at running. He's also not looking up at all the bombs. Oh, some of the bombs are veering diagonally. That's where the challenge is going to appear. We're probably going to have to jump some bombs at some point, but not right now. Right now, we're fine with just moving backwards and forwards. That should be sufficient for the most part. I'm not even going to try and see if any of these are pickups that we need to grab. I'm just going to presume that no, we don't want to pick up any live ordnance. Space Quest 4 told me that you really don't want to do that.
Complete.
We've got past level 2.
Level
Time
3.
for level 3. Where? Oh! That doesn't look like a bomb. That looks like the engine to a really unusual car from the future. I'm still not going to see if I need to pick that up. I'm going to presume that no, we don't want to pick that up. They do drop really quickly though. So we need to be very careful. As I imagine the amount of things that are going to fall from the sky is only going to go up as the levels continue. Also, are those clouds up in the air, or are they giant nanoswarms? They may be giant nanoswarms. They don't look a lot like clouds. Alright, Steve Jr., keep running. You know that your father failed to escape the Ninja Dojo, but you will succeed in becoming an Olympic athlete where he failed. Or at the very least, you'll try your best. We're on level 4 now. This is only going to get more challenging, isn't it? We haven't yet lost a life, though, so I'm quietly optimistic that we may complete this game. The fact that the buildings provide an obstacle where you can't see the things that are dropping from the sky is an added element of challenge, though if you pay attention to where they are in the air, you can accurately, or at least semi-accurately, guess where they're going to be. And of course, me saying that, the first death I'm going to have is behind a building, which means we won't be able to see the death animation, which I imagine is going to be some kind of explosion. It's only apt considering the game is called Bombs Away after all. Let's keep moving. Careful. I definitely think there's some kind of pattern to how the things are dropping.
Level complete.
If it's a pattern that I can easily deduce, though,
Level 5.
is another question. We're on level 5. We're actually making good progress here. Especially considering that I haven't lost a life, though whoever's dropping all the bombs on Steve Jr. here really is intent on dropping them, because they've only increased in number. Also, we really do not want to be at the very back or at the very front, because we won't have many places to move. Best to stay in the middle of the screen here, as much as possible. Need to be really careful. And go backwards, and oh, careful. Careful. I really don't want to do any jumping. It's just a recipe for disaster. I don't even know why there is a jump button. Would you really want to try jumping over all of this? You probably end up colliding with a bomb that just appears at the very top of the screen.
Complete.
We're at level 6.
Level
Aha! There's going to be more bombs, isn't there? Oh yes, even more bombs. I thought they might spice things up by not having bombs drop from the air, but no. Just more bombs. Even more bombs. Look at the sheer number of them. It's getting rather absurd now. They're really intent on not having Steve Jr. become an Olympic athlete, aren't they? Drop everything on him! But sir, it's just one man practicing the marathon. Drop everything on him! Everything! And then they dropped everything on him. And I'm surprised I didn't get caught there, but I didn't. Aha! I'm better at this game than I thought I was. I'm not going to be putting that on my CV. Master at Action 52's Bombs Away. I don't think many people are going to even know what that is. Level 6 is done.
Level
Time for
7.
level 7. The music is sinister. The bombs are ridiculous. And I'm probably going to get hit by one of them at some point. But if it's anything like Ninja, I think it will keep my progress even if I do lose a life. And I lost a life, predictably, behind a building.
Level
Remember when I
7.
said that would be where I'd lose my first life? And it was. Need to be very careful. I do have loads of lives, though. Maybe I'll have enough lives to complete the game. Careful. I still don't know what the giant engine-like things are. They're meant to be bombs. I don't know any bombs that look like that, though. Careful. Oh. Predictably, it is an explosion.
Level 7.
Now we know. We are gaining score, probably score by just surviving. And there we are.
Complete.
Level 7 complete.
Level 8.
We have 2 lives to get through the remaining 2 levels. I'm quietly optimistic, but who knows? It might not happen. Also, I need to get to the middle of the screen. I need to get there as soon as possible. There we are. Now we can get hit by every bomb. Let's not get hit by... Oh, we got hit by that one, though.
Level
Can
8.
Steve Jr. succeed? Will he complete his marathon training? I'm starting to think that that might not happen. It's just a hunch, but with the sheer amount of bombs that are dropping, I sort of think we might not make it now. Or maybe I'll somehow miraculously get through the entire of level 8 and level 9 without getting hit by a single bomb. Never mind! Explosions! Steve Jr. failed. And when we come back, folks, we are done with Bombs Away, and with that, it is time to play the easy games, starting with Speedboat. What will Speedboat involve? Will it involve avoiding things like many games do? Probably, but we'll find out next time. For I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.